everybody. Good morning. We're going to give just a few minutes for everybody to get signed on. I hope everybody's having a nice day. If you're joining us today, it's Tuesday, July 21st, and it's 10:30 a.m. So this is the morning reading for our UC Summer Storybook series. And my name is Miss Sarah. And I'm really excited to be here with you guys. So this is my first reading that I've done as a part of this series. So I'm really excited. And we'll just give it a minute here to see if we have any friends joining. I don't know if you guys saw the title or not, but we have a really fun book that we're going to be reading today. And it is about food, and it is about dinosaurs, and it is about manners. So I picked this one because I think it's a really fun book, and I like the way the dinosaurs act in it. Oh, we have a friend. Hi. Is that Miss Jenna? Hi, Miss Jenna. How are you? Okay, so I will go ahead and I will show you the cover of the book. So here is our book. And it is called How Do Dinosaurs Eat Their Food? I'm excited too, Miss Jenna. I really love this book. The dinosaurs do some pretty silly things in it. Okay, so our title, let's count how many words are in this. We have How Do Dinosaurs Eat Their Food? I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words in that title. And so our title is on the front cover of the book. And then we have the back cover of the book as well. And the back cover usually gives a preview of what the story is going to be about. So let's see what this one says. It says, how does a dinosaur eat all his food? Is he noisy and jumpy and spilling and rude? Does he toss milk and peas? Does he ever say please? What does a dinosaur do? Look at this dinosaur. It looks like he might be tossing his food up in the air in this one. And so this book, we have 2 names up here. And so the author is Jane Yolen, and the illustrator is Mark Teague. Do you guys remember what the author does? The author writes the words. So he wrote the entire story, all of the words that you see in here. Mark Teague is the illustrator. Do you remember what the illustrator does? The illustrator draws all of the pictures in the book. So all of these pretty pictures of dinosaurs and food, they were all drawn by the illustrator, Mark Teague. Okay, so what do you guys think? Do you think that you would want to eat dinner with a dinosaur? Would you invite one to your house? They sort of seem like they might be a little messy just from how big they are. Well, let's find out how they eat. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about a few different words that we're going to see in this book. And so I want you to put on your listening ears. And when we go through the book, I want you to try to see if you can spot the words that we're going to talk about, okay? The first word that we have is glare. Have you guys ever heard that word before? So to glare means to give like a mean stare. So you don't look happy while you're doing it and you're mean staring. Can you glare with me? So that's to glare. Our next word, you've seen a glare before? Yeah, sometimes people give glares when they're not too happy. Our next word is squeeze. And so when you squeeze something, that means you hold it really tight. And so in the picture, you see he's squeezing a lemon and the juice is coming out. So that means to squeeze. And our last one goes really well with manners. It's the word polite. Do you know what polite means? Oh, I'm glad that you got to make it, Miss Krista. Good morning. We're just going through a few different words that we're going to see in the book. So polite means when you're being kind or when you're thinking about other people's feelings. And that is a really big part about manners, is being polite. Okay, so let's get started with our book. Yeah, it needs to be very nice. Okay, so here is the inside cover, and you can see there's a bunch of different dinosaurs, and they're all eating their food in different ways. It looks like some of them are being polite and some of them not so much. Okay, and you'll notice here's our title again. So this is our title page. The title page will have the title again, and then it also shows our author and our illustrator's name again. So how do dinosaurs eat their food? Here's a nice picture that was drawn by our illustrator. You see what he's eating? He has some ice cream. It looks like it might be a warm summer day and he's having some ice cream outside. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he burp, does he belch, or make noises quite rude? It looks like he might be eating breakfast. He's got some pancakes. Does he pick at his cereal or throw down his cup, hoping to make someone else pick it up? It is. Look how big he is. I don't even think he would fit in the chair. What do you think? So he's knocking stuff off the table. How do you think he feels? I don't think he looks very happy. Does he fuss? Does he fidget? Does he squirm in his chair? Look at this picture. Where do you think they're at? Do you think they're at home? Or maybe at a restaurant? I think they might be at a restaurant. If you look, you see all the tables, and it looks like it's a very fancy restaurant too, because everybody's dressed so nicely. Yeah, I think it's a restaurant too, Krista. Does he flip his spaghetti high into the air? Oh my gosh. The noodles are going everywhere. He is making quite the mess. Does a dinosaur glare? Do you remember that word? That was one of the words that we talked about. Our glare word. Do you remember what glare means? The picture gives us a hint because what do you think? Do you think that this is a nice look or a mean look? I think it's a mean look. He does not look happy. Yes, he is definitely glaring. That is a glare if I've ever seen one. How does a dinosaur eat all his food? Does he spit out his broccoli, partially chewed? Look at what he's doing over here. I think he's going to feed it to the dog. What do you think? Does he bubble his milk? Oh, that looks like it's gonna make a mess. Or stick beans up his nose. Oh, that's so gross. Does he squeeze juicy oranges with his big toes? Do you guys remember hearing that word? That was another one of the words that we talked about. Squeeze. So he's holding it really tightly in his toes, and it's squeezing the orange juice right out of the oranges. What do you think she's thinking? I think she's probably thinking, I wish you wouldn't do that. No. He says please and thank you, and he sits very still. That dinosaur is being very well behaved. That's good manners. He eats all before him with smiles and goodwill. How do you think they're feeling now? They look proud to me. They look like they're very proud of how well behaved he's being. He tries every new thing, at least one small bite. He looks like he might be a little bit nervous. That might be a new food for him, but he's still going to try at least one bite. He makes no loud noises. That isn't polite. And there is our last word that we talked about, being polite. Oh, so being polite is when you're being kind and you're thinking about other people's feelings. He never drops anything onto the floor, and after he's finished, he asks for some more. Eat up, little dinosaur. Look how nicely he's using his fork and eating his food. And that is the end of the story. Did you guys like that? So what did we learn about dinosaurs? They seem like they have pretty good manners. When we first started the book, they were doing some pretty crazy things. Let's look back at some of them. So this one, he was flipping his food into the air. Do you think that's good manners or bad manners? I think it might be bad manners. Your food is supposed to stay on the table. And then what about this one? He was playing with his milk. He was making bubbles. Would you say that's good manners or bad manners? I'd say that's bad manners too. You're not supposed to play with your food. You're supposed to eat it or drink it. But then they turned it around. And he started saying please and thank you. Now, is that good manners or bad manners? That's good manners. He's saying please when he wants something and thank you when he gets it. So can you guys think of any times that you've had good manners? Try to think about The time in your life that you had good manners. Yeah, that was good. Maybe it was at school and taking turns with your friends. Or maybe it was at dinner and you were sitting very still. You guys went to a restaurant and you sat very still. That would be good. Church, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, you have to sit very still and listen at church. Good job. Okay, so we are going to move on to our next activity now. And our next activity is going to have to do with syllables. Have you guys heard that word before? So syllables is when you break a word down into different parts. So every word can be broken down into smaller parts, or you might even call them beats. And so you can count out to see how many beats or parts are in a word. So for example, we'll use dinosaur from our story. So if you say dinosaur, and you can clap it out, dinosaur. How many syllables would that be? Let's count it. Dinosaur. So we have 3 syllables there. And you can also do it with your name. So my name is Sarah. So Sarah. Do your name. So my name has 2 syllables. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do, I have a bunch of food items that we're going to look at, and we're going to see if we can break them down into the different parts and count the syllables. You think you can help me? Good, yeah. Krista. Good. Okay, here's our first one. Do you know what this is? It's milk. We saw some milk in the story, didn't we? Let's see how many syllables are in the word milk. So we have milk. Did you say 1? Good job. So we're going to stick it up here under our number 1. There's 1 syllable in the word milk. Okay, are you ready for the next one? This one's one of my favorite foods. It's a taco. Let's clap this one out. Taco. Taco. How many claps was that? Taco. Good. Did you say 2? There are 2 syllables in taco. Let's put it up on our board. It goes under the number 2. Good. You said 2. Okay, the next one is kind of a long one, so we're going to have to turn on our listening ears and really clap it out. This is one of my favorite things to put on sandwiches. It's an avocado. Can you say that with me? Avocado. Okay, let's clap it out. Avocado. How many claps did you hear? Avocado. Good. 4 syllables. Good listening ears. So we're going to put that up under our 4. Okay, here's the next one. This one's a delicious fruit. Do you guys like strawberries? So strawberries. Let's clap that one out. Strawberries. How many did you hear? Strawberries. We have 3 syllables in there. Let's put this one under the number 3. Okay. Good job, Krista. Our next one is a vegetable, and it is a potato. Potato. Let's add some clapping in. Potato. How many claps or syllables in that one? Potato. That one also has 3. Let's put it under our 3. Okay, our next one is a really delicious breakfast item. I love potatoes too. You can do so many different things with potatoes. You can have French fries. You can have mashed potatoes. Potatoes are great. I really like this next one too. It's a donut. So let's clap that out. Donut. How many claps? French fries. So we have donut. And donuts. Yes, 2. Good job. There are 2 syllables in that word. Donut. Let's put it up underneath our taco. Okay. This is a really nice treat on a hot day. It's a popsicle. Popsicle. Let's try to clap it out. Popsicle. How many claps did you hear? Popsicle. Good job. So there's 3 syllables in the word popsicle. Okay. This is another long one. It's macaroni. I'm getting hungry too. Okay, macaroni. Let's clap that one out. That one's kind of long. Macaroni. How many did you hear? Macaroni. There's 4. There's 4 syllables in macaroni. Nice. We will put it under our avocado. There we go. Okay, we're going to do a few more. This is kind of a funny one from this story. I don't know if you'll remember it, but beans. Do you remember what the dinosaur did with the beans? He stuck them up his nose, and that was not good manners. Let's see. How many syllables and beans. Beans. I think there's only one. One syllable, that's right. Beans. Good. So it will go underneath our milk. Okay. And what about this one? This is something that you put on pancakes. You can put it on a lot of stuff. It's butter. Butter. Let's clap that one. Butter. How many? How many syllables? Butter. Two. Good job. There are two syllables in the word butter. We'll put it under here. Okay, and this one is something that I really like to eat at grill outs. Have you guys had any grill outs this summer? It's a hamburger. Hamburger. Let's try to clap that one out. Hamburger. Three, good job, you're getting it. There are three syllables in hamburger. Okay, we'll have one more. Do you guys see this one? It's a salad. Salad. Let's clap that one out. Salad. How many syllables in salad? Salad. Two. There are two syllables in salad. Okay, so that is all of the food items that I have for you guys today. You guys were doing really, really good with counting the parts of those words. And I really enjoyed reading our story today, How Do Dinosaurs Eat Their Food? And we learned that they eat it with good manners. They are well behaved when they eat their food. I'm really happy that you guys were able to join me today. And so I just want to thank you. Thank you for joining me. It was so great. And I just wanted to also remind you that the Storybook series is still going on for another few weeks, and it takes place every day, every weekday, Monday through Friday at 10:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m. So you should join us again at 12:30 for another story. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, then you'll actually get notifications anytime that we go live or anytime we upload a recording. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great day.